Greetings of the day to my dear students and to all the viewers who are happen to be watching. Welcome to Bangla Shikha Classroom, an endeavor of Poschim Bongo Somogro Shikha Mission, Department of Education, Government of West Bengal. I am Dr. Ivy Sarkar, Headmistress, Srirampur Girls' High School. Today, the lesson that I am going to impart is informal letters meant for class 8. Now, students, you have been writing personal letters even before class 8. You have already learned this in class 7 or even before, and we need to write personal letters regularly in our lives. So today we will learn about how to write informal letters. So what are letters? See, a letter is a written message conveyed from one person to another person. So it is a communication in written form. Now we have emails too, but letter is a traditional way of communicating our message in a written form. And generally a letter is sent by post or through some messenger. So now you have known what a letter is. Now, what are the types of letters? We know there are formal letters and there are informal letters. For business or professional purpose, we write formal letters. In formal letters, the language is simple but formal. It's a bit technical, formal. Formal letters are written when we address some institutions, maybe school, colleges, post office, banks, newspaper offices. For institutions, we write formal letters, and for business purposes too, we write formal letters. Informal letters are personal communication. So here the tone is casual or emotional. Informal letters are written to our friends or to our family members or relatives or to the ones we know very well. So formal letters and informal letters, I think now the distinction is clearer to you. Today we will learn not about formal but about informal letters. So we'll learn what is an informal letter, what is the format of an informal letter, and with some examples we'll try to understand how an informal letter can be well written. Now you know, a letter is written in a specified format. So for personal letters, we generally write in two formats, any one of the two formats. I'll show you first. Here you can see a specimen or a sample. This you have learned in class 7 or read in class 7. Now see here the format, this is the British format. That means the sender's address is on the right and then the salutation is on the left and the subscription is on the right again. So right, left, right. This is in the British format. One more thing, see after the salutation there is a punctuation comma and the paragraph starts just below the comma. And if you have two paragraphs, the second paragraph will start from that alignment from where the first paragraph started. So this is the British format where basically right, left, right pattern is followed. If we see a sample of American format, we'll see that the sender's address is written on the left, salutation on the left, subscription too is on the left. And all the lines, they start directly from the extreme left. This is the American format with modification of things with the introduction and with the popularization of computer. We know after when we press enter, the arrow immediately comes to the left, and so for simplification, this American format is nowadays used largely, but any of the formats you can use. In American format, all the paragraphs or any paragraph that you are going to start, it is going to start from the extreme left. So you have now learnt about format. So you can learn any of the formats and you can either adopt British format, right, left, right structure, or American format with entire left alignment. In Class 7's book itself, you have seen there is a letter from Kanan. Okay, Kanan is writing a letter to his friend Nirmal, who is a boy living in Shiliguri. And here this is written in British format. In the next page itself, we find another sample in American format where Nirmal is responding to the letter of Kanan. So, in page 15 of the edition I have seen, there the letter from Kanan to Nirmal was written in British format, and in the next page the response is written in the American format. So, now you are knowing about the formats. Now, what are the other details that you need to know to write a personal letter properly? One is the sender's details. Sender's details should be given. Sender's details means the person who is writing a letter, his address should be there. So, sender's details is to be mentioned. We have seen, see in this letter, here is the sender's details. Now, date. Date should be mentioned. Here see, the date is mentioned, and don't put a full stop after a date. There should be a salutation, that is the greetings. If your friend's name is Rajni and if you are writing a letter to Rajni, then you can address her or greet her as Dear Rajni or My Dear Rajni. So that is the salutation part. See here, My Dear Nirmal. This is the salutation. Now coming to the body. Body is the main part of the letter and body has got many sub-parts. This body is the main content of the letter, which I am going to explain in detail after a few minutes. And here in this particular letter, this is the body. So the next part is the subscription. Now you see, this is the subscription part. So your loving friend. So your loving friend. This is the subscription part, and next part is the superscription. See, no letter is going to reach the desired address or to the desired person without an envelope and without a stamp. So, this is the envelope. So, this envelope, this is having a stamp, bearing a stamp and the name and address of the person you are intending to send this letter to. So, if you are writing a letter to your friend living in Shiliguri, then you should write the name of your friend and the address of your friend who lives in Shiliguri. Don't write your name and your address. Then the letter is going to come back to you. So, write the name and address of the person to whom you want to send the letter to. So, now we know the format of a letter. There is a British format and an American format. You can write in any format that is convenient to you, but it is advisable. Practice any one format so that you are thorough with it and you don't get confused in between. And these are the main components that a letter should contain. Sender's details, date, salutation, body is the main part which I am going to explain in detail just now, and subscription, and finally the superscription. Now I'll go to the board to explain the main part or the body of a personal letter. So now the main part, that is the body of the letter. Now a body of the letter will contain an introduction, that is an introductory sentence that will actually lay bare the purpose of writing the letter. So that is the introduction. Then we have another paragraph containing the main part. Main part means the content of your letter as per the question. So the topic on which or about which you are writing to your friend, the reason for it, the reason for your letter, those will be contained in your main part. And then comes a closing statement. So there can be one or two sentences, complementary sentences, that will actually close your letter. So these are the three main paragraphs or three main points to be covered in a personal letter. Now, there are few things about writing personal letters. Number one, what we need to see, what we need to understand, that the tone of the letter, the language will always be very casual. It will be very casual. So, the tone will be very casual. Because you are not writing to any institution, this is not that formal. So, you should write in a casual tone. You know, there was a piece I read, Art of Letter Writing. It says that when you write a letter, it becomes lively only when you are spontaneous. For example, when you write the way you would react when you see your friend or your relative near you. So it should be very colloquial. So write in a colloquial way. For example, I mean to say that generally when we start a personal letter or a friend letter, we say, how are you? I am fine. But generally, when we meet a friend, do we really, how are you? How is your health? Do we start in this way, conversing with our friend? Not always. So we generally say, hello, what's up? Or congrats, I heard you stood first in exam, in your annual exam. So you can start in such colloquial way. So tone should be casual. So casuality is one of the main features of a personal letter. And second is, you should use contractions in a personal letter. Contractions means, this is S, that is, instead of I have not, you can write I haven't. HAVEN apostrophe T, because this is colloquial. I haven't. Instead of I am, you can write am. So this is contraction. So generally in personal letters, we use contraction. And in this one, so we use contraction. This is one more thing. And these are the two examples. Instead of cannot, you can say can't. And in third point, we need to keep in mind, that is, in a personal letter, we use exclamatory sentences. You can use exclamatory sentences. So exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences. This will make your personal letter very emotional and lively. Exclamatory sentences. This also we use. So this is a very important component, and if you use exclamatory sentences, you will find life in your personal letter. It will become very charged with emotion. And we use active voice in a personal letter. Generally, active voice is used in a personal letter. Finally, for a personal letter and for informal letters, there is no strict rule, so far as the paragraph division is concerned. So for an informal letter, this is one of the rules, that there is no strict rule. No strict rule. This is one of the rules. Because when you are writing to your mother or to your father, you can talk to your heart's content. You can pour out your heart. And there is no fixed rule that you will have to follow any parameter. Because a personal letter means you are expressing your feelings and emotions personally. But, so that is the reason, though generally there are three parts: introduction, laying bare the purpose of the letter, the content, and a closing statement in the body part, but there can be more than 3 paragraphs. There can be 4, 5, even 2. So far as the paragraph division is concerned, there is no very strict rules for personal or informal letters. So now we will come to the introduction and we will try to understand the introduction, how to write an introduction better, or how should be your introductory sentence. Now here, dear students, when you have to write a letter to your friend, how do you start? I know you must be recapitulating, you must be thinking, some of you must have even might have even uttered that how are you, I am fine, or I received your letter yesterday, or I hope you were at the pink of your health. These are some of the introductions that you write. But why don't you think in some unconventional way? Think in some unconventional way. So when you have to write letter, make your introduction very impressive. Write with some catchy lines, because this is something very personal. Start in some other way. For the sake of some instances, let me tell you, you can write in this way. Congratulations. I heard you stood first in the national level debate competition. The purpose of my letter is, now go to the point. You can start in this way. You know, I have been hearing the song Summer Friends by Cliff Richards and fondly remembering you. The purpose of today's letter is, you can write in this way. As casual, as simple as this. I have been hearing a song of Cliff Richards, or I have been hearing a song of Tagore, and I'm fondly remembering you. And you can start the letter. You can start in this way. Yesterday I went to visit a rose garden, and the sweet fragrance of the rose reminded me of my sweet buddy, or reminded me of my sweet friend. You can start in this way. So the introductory paragraph, that will be okay if you write 2 sentences. First sentence, start with some unconventional line, and the second one, come to the topic, and as per the question you write the purpose of your letter. You have to imagine. So why don't you imagine something big? You can imagine, no, you can say congratulations, or hello, or hi. I heard you secured first position or second position in swimming competition. It can be state level, district level, or recitation competition, or essay writing competition, or Olympiad, whatever it is, what comes to your mind. So you can write it in this way. Think of some unconventional lines. I have given here a few samples, but your introductory sentences, if it is 2, then if there are 2 lines, then you can start with some unconventional line, and then in the next line you can write the purpose of the letter directly as per the question. So for the introductory lines, I will show you some more examples. Now see here, few more starting lines. So you can write in this way also. Hey, write the name of your friend. Suppose you are writing to Rajiv. So, hey Rajiv, I have been looking forward to catching up with you. This can be a sentence. Now the second one is, you see, hello, I am so excited to write to you and share what's been going on here. So I'm so excited to write to you and I want to share what's been going on here. Here means where I'm staying or where I'm studying. Okay. Third one, you see, hi, you write the name of your friend. It's really been a long time since we last caught up. Fourth one, I was just reminiscing, means remembering about. Here you can write any shared experience. Experience means suppose you went for a movie together sometime. So you can say, I was just reminiscing about the movie we enjoyed together. What a blast. You can write. Or any other shared experience. For example, you were writing to your father or to your mother. Now you're in hostel, suppose. So I was just reminiscing about last trip, Rajasthan, together. What a blast. If you are remembering some sad incident, then you may write, I was just reminiscing about the memories of grandmother. How heartrending. Perhaps grandmother has expired, so you are sharing this with your father. I was just reminiscing about the memories of my grandmother or the days spent with our grandma. How heartrending. So it's very sorrowful, isn't it? So you can write this line also. You can start with this line also. So what a blast in case of happiness. How heartrending in case of any sorrowful incident. And there can be more. You can add to this. You can even start with very casually like this. Guess what happened today? Suppose the question was, write a letter to your friend about the utility of visiting a library daily. Then you can say, guess what happened today? I went to a local library and it was a storehouse of knowledge. I was surprised to see. So you can start in this way. You can start in this way, simply, how's life moving on? Or how's the weather there? Here it is quite hot and sultry. You can start in this way too. You can talk about weather. Weather and health is a very common issue. So you can talk about weather also. Suppose it is said that you are moving away, you are staying away from your family in a school, in a hill station, at some hill station, and from there, from the hostel, you were writing to your mother. So you were staying at some hill station. So you can write to your mother, how's the weather there? Is it very hot and sultry? Here, it's quite cold now, or the snow has started falling, or we are enjoying snowflakes, whatever it is. So you can start with weather. Now, few more lines. I just brewed a cup of coffee. Immediately, I just brewed a cup of coffee. There should be and in between. And immediately thought of our last conversation. These are all samples of starting lines. Or you see, as the rain falls outside, I'm cozying up to write to you. Or in the quiet morning hours, my thoughts turned to you. Or in the stillness of the night, I am reflecting on our friendship and all its beauty. The purpose of my present letter is, and you can go to the topic directly. There's two more sentences I'll give as I'll cite as introductory lines. Sometimes life gets busy, but you have always been in my mind. I'm taking a break from the chaos to share some thoughts with you. So these are few lines which are unconventional, which we generally don't use, but which are very casual, which are very colloquial, which tells us that we are pouring out our heart. These are very passionate thoughts, and you can add or you can frame any other sentences that will be your signature. See, here I have used morning and night, and even after you get up in the morning, enjoying a coffee cup. So with any situation, keeping in mind any situation, you can write or you can start. Note that traditionally, how are you? I am fine, or I hope you are well or fine by the grace of the God. Just speak out your heart the way you would speak out when you see your friend in front of you, or your near and dear ones in front of you, or your relatives in front of you. That is the best art of writing a personal or informal letter. So I hope that you have understood how to begin a personal letter. What is the introductory part of a personal letter? How can an introductory part of an informal or personal letters be made very attractive and very emotional, as well as it will truly reflect the spirit of subjectivity or personal elements. Now we are coming to the main part. We are coming to the main part. Main part is the body. So, to understand the main part, now I have taken an example here. This is in your class 8's book. Suppose you had wished to perform on stage for a long time. On the occasion of your school's annual function, you finally got a chance to do so. Write a letter to your friend describing how you felt when your wish was fulfilled. So, what is the letter all about? The letter is all about your experience, how you felt when you got a chance for the first time to perform from a stage or on a stage. You got that chance to perform on a stage on the occasion of your school's annual program. So, how you felt? So, you are jotting down all your experiences, your feelings, and you are writing this to your friend. So, I hope you have understood the topic. I'm not talking about the introduction. We'll go to the main body. So, how will you do? How will you write the main body? So, you have to describe to your friend how you felt when your wish of performing on the stage was fulfilled. How you felt, so feelings. Now, for the main part, go for mind mapping. Mind mapping, think of the points. How can be your feeling? What could have been your feelings? So, when you get a chance to go on the stage and perform for the first time when you do something, so before that, what kind of feelings you can have? Think, of course, nervousness. Many of you must have thought this. Nervousness, you might feel a bit nervous. Excitement, excited, you are excited. And now we will write it, you will have to write the content in past tense because your performance is already over. So the incident is already gone. So incident has already taken place. So everything now you are reporting will be in the past tense. So what could have been your feelings? Now one thing, okay, just you think what were your feelings? Okay, excited, yeah, excited can be. Just a minute. Now excited, E-X-C-I-T-E-D. Yes, you were excited, you were nervous. Anything else? You were nervous, you were excited, you must have had some self-doubt. Generally, when we go and perform for the first time, when we try something for the first time, we have some self-doubts. So, it may be that you had some self-doubts, maybe self-doubts. So, you were full of self-doubts. You were nervous, you were excited, you had some anxiety maybe. Anxiety, you were anxious. So you had some anxiety or you were anxious. These were your feelings. Then once your performance started, then how your feelings changed? Once your performance started, then you gained confidence. You can say that I gained confidence. And when you gain confidence, how you feel? You felt happy. So you gained confidence and you felt happy. Okay. So when you hear lot of applauses and praises and compliments, then naturally, how will you feel? You will be full of pride. You will be full of happiness. You will be full of joy. So when you see everybody cheering you, you will feel a sense of pride. So see, these all are feelings, pride. And you will feel euphoric. Euphoric is a supreme sense of happiness. You might feel euphoric. Is it only this? See, there can be more feelings. If you brainstorm and if you continue with your mind mapping, see, there are compliments, there are praises, you are feeling so happy, you are feeling so proud. But even after that, after the performance is over, how you feel? You feel relieved. And if the performance is good, then how you feel? You feel satisfied. So you will also feel relieved and satisfied. So there might be, so your wish is fulfilled, and there can be another feeling that can be there in your mind, a feeling of gratitude for those people who have given you this opportunity or this chance to perform on the stage. So with this, so initially you can be excited, nervous, anxious, full of self-doubts. And then when the performance continues, and when you gain confidence, you become happy, you are on full swing. And when people compliment you, when the audience cheer for you, then you feel a sense of pride, you feel euphoric, you feel at cloud 9. And after the performance, you feel relieved and satisfied, and you feel a sense of gratitude and thankfulness comes from within your soul for those people, maybe the principal of your school, maybe the teacher of your school, maybe the other persons who have helped you gain this, whatever it is, a sense of gratitude for your parents that might come to your mind. And this is how you might feel. So how will you develop your content now? After this mind mapping, you can now simply write these things. So on the occasion on which you got a chance to perform, who encouraged you? And then how you kept feeling? At first, initially, I felt what performance you did. Maybe I was selected for a dance drama, or I was selected for a solo dance. I was very nervous and excited. I was anxious and full of self-doubts. But as the performance started, as the lights fell on me, as the sound bell rang and the music started, I gained confidence. I was enjoying my performance. And when I could do well, I was happy. And when the audience was cheering, I felt a sense of pride. I felt extreme joy. I was very joyous, and I simply felt euphoric. After the performance, I was relieved. And I was satisfied that I could ultimately put up a nice show. I felt a heartiest sense of gratitude for whomever you want to name. So this will be your body or the main part. So now we'll come to the concluding part or complementary close, the third part of the body, the third sub part of the body. So when you start a letter, you were starting with a introductory line, 1 or 2, that forms a paragraph. And then we are on with the continuing with the main part, which will be as per the question. And afterwards, the third part of the main body, that is the concluding part, that comes with a complementary close. Generally, you write pay regards to your parents and bucketful loads of love for you. And some of you write love for your pet dog, pet cat. No need to give so much of love to everybody. Everybody in the house, pet dog, pet cat, pet bird. Huh? So, okay, this is a traditionally you write these things we have seen as teachers. What are the other ways in which you can end your letter? See, I have given again few samples. You can modify them, you can write on your own, that is better. You devise, you think what are the other ways to write, but I have given here few samples. You may use this as well. Number 1, may your heart remain full and your spirit remain free. You are wishing this to your friend. And then you can say, pay regards, convey my regards to your parents. You can write. May our paths cross again soon. Generally we say meet you soon. But instead you can use this phrase, this line, may our paths cross again soon. This will sound better. You can use this line, can't wait to catch up more, sending you lots of love. This is also a fantastic line. The fourth line you see, we generally use, don't forget to keep me updated. Means give me all the news. And then you can continue with a traditional line like convey my regards or pay my homage. You can do that. Fifth is also an interesting one. May the stars align in your favor. This is a wish. See, we are using exclamatory sentences. At the beginning also you can use congratulations, hey, hello. There also you can use exclamatory sentences. And in the concluding part, here also you can use exclamatory sentences. So may the stars align in your favor. Or the final one, wishing your stars to guide you and dreams to inspire you. This is also a wish for your dear friend. This can be for your relatives. This can be for your parents. This can be for your siblings. So these are the phrases or the sentences that you can use as complementary closing sentences for your informal letters. Now, after the body, we have two more parts which I have already shown you, the subscription and the superscription. Now, subscription and superscription I told you. See the slide. Now, subscription, this is the American format. The letter is written in American format with left alignment altogether. See, your loving friend. So, this is subscription. Generally, in personal letters, we don't write the surname. Suppose you are Nirmal Roy, but Nirmal Roy is not written. Why Nirmal Roy is not written? Because your friend is knowing you. Your father is knowing you. Your mother is knowing you as Nirmal or as Rajini or as Sita or as whatever it is. So, we don't write the surname. It is for the persons with whom we are not very familiar. So, only name is written and not the surname. Okay, see, only name is written. And this is your loving friend. This is a nice form of subscription. Put a comma after this. There are many even. Now, we come to the superscription. Now, for British format also we have this one. See, here the subscription will be the same, but it will be in the right hand side. There are many more ways of writing the subscription. One is given here. Now, superscription is the envelope about which I have told you earlier. There will be a stamp on the right top side of the envelope. We made a structure like an envelope, a box, and the name and address of the receiver who will receive this letter. If you write in a British format, then you can see the picture here. So, this is called the superscription and this is the subscription. Now, let's see one more question from your book. Now, see, write a letter in about 80 words to your younger brother advising him to be kind to animals. Now, this is another letter. Many more samples are there. Many more exercises are there in your textbook. So, you can practice them thoroughly. I hope you have understood well and try to input your own ideas and your own your originality of thoughts. I hope and I wish that you perform better and you improve remarkably in your writing skills. Thank you. Goodbye till we meet again in some other class.